policing the police every single day, and doing what the Charlotte County Sun newspaper and local TV stations won't do every single day.
In 1979, the Supreme Court held that officers must have probable cause that a violation has occurred in order to stop a vehicle for a license and registration check, in the case of Delaware versus Prowse. Nearly 20 years later, the Supreme Court stood by that notion in what could be considered a sister precedent to the Prowse ruling in the 1996 case of Wren versus United States. In the Wren case, the court rejected the notion that subjective intentions of police officers play a role in stops initiated with probable cause. Here's an excerpt from the unanimous opinion reached by the court, read by Justice Scalia.
Petitioners do not dispute that the police had probable cause to believe that they had violated the D.C. traffic code. Instead, they advance a new argument that in the unique context of civil traffic regulations, probable cause is simply not enough. Automobile use, they say, is so heavily and minutely regulated that total compliance is nearly impossible. Almost all motorists frequently commit technical violations. The danger of approving all traffic stops based on probable cause, they claim, is that it creates a temptation for the police to use traffic stops as a means of investigating other law violations, as to which no probable cause exists, and enables the police to single out disfavored groups for unwelcome police attention. For this reason, petitioners argue, the Fourth Amendment test for traffic stops should be not simply whether probable cause existed to justify the stop, but rather whether a police officer acting reasonably would have made the stop for the reason given. In earlier cases, we have effectively rejected the notion that the constitutionality of traffic stops depends upon the actual motivations of the individual officers involved.
Although the defense made a compelling argument in regards to the impossibility of motor vehicle compliance, the court denounced the notion that a reasonableness test was sufficient for determining the legality of an officer's actions, and ruled that the subjective intentions of an officer have no bearing on the legitimacy of their probable cause. This ruling paved the way for pretextual traffic stops, and essentially encouraged officers to zealously enforce petty traffic laws in an effort to seek out more serious crimes. It's important to mention pretextual stops because many questions have been raised.
COPWATCH, policing the police every single day, and doing what the Charlotte County Sun newspaper and local TV stations won't do every single day.
Hey, Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and we have to do a report on this COVID-19 hoax that they're doing on the world, especially America, or the Congress, whatever you want to call it. It's all bullshit. But what we did get out of it is amazing. As you're reading, as you know, one of the big things that I do for COPWATCH is to do records requests, and this prick, as you know, Charlotte County Sheriff Bill PRUMMELL, the felon himself, third-degree felon, has an illegal list of gun owners and is illegally profiling them. And he's a misdemeanor. He's committed that crime by not giving us records. In fact, he didn't give us any records that we're going to show you here. But we now have definitive proof for the first time in America that this past 50 years has all been about policing for profit. Because, you know, our founding fathers fought for freedom, not to give out goddamn, you know, make everything illegal and arrest everybody for everything, give tickets for everything, and etc. And this is the first time in America where we actually got emails, inter-office memorandums, just freaking on and on. I got all 250 emails of all the police and the sheriffs in Florida, and they're telling their people stand down. I got video of Charlotte County Sheriff deputies telling me this dictator told them to stand down. In fact, the rest are down to 2 yesterday, and they let one person go on their own recognizance. That is history-making for Florida. And why the hell weren't they doing this before? You know, if they can fuck you and your family, they don't give a shit. But if they might get fucked with the virus, wow, isn't that weird? Then they give a shit. That's just bizarre, right? So we're going to go through these emails. I'm giving these out to everybody. I'm trying to get the press and the TV on this shit. But this is heavy duty, man. This is absolute proof that this bullshit they've been doing to us for years is policing for profit big time. And how do you like getting insulted like that here? Here is Eustis, Florida. This sounds like cops. Traffic stops. Please direct all your members to limit their contact with public, to include traffic stops to routine minor violations. Unfortunately, this is not a time where business as usual. You are a product. I've been saying it for a long time. He just fucking admitted you are product. That is disgusting. So here's another one. This was another interesting one we got. They admit that the stay-at-home order is not enforceable. There is no law backing it. I love this guy. I complimented him. I said, thanks for believing in the Constitution. Here's another one. This is, you're only allowed to prepare lunch. This is all the stuff that they're telling them to do. I mean, they're freaking out so bad. Make the right choices so you can go home at the end of your shift. You know, who cares if we used to fuck you and your family over every single goddamn day? But we want to make sure we go home. And think before you... I mean, I'm going to do a link, Google Drive, so you guys can see all this shit. This is just... Wow. They are telling their people, unless you absolutely have to, don't fucking touch anybody, arrest anybody, give a ticket, anything. It's just amazing. First time... and here's the first one that we got today that just knocked it out of the park. Non-criminal, proactive, related traffic citations will not be issued. Verbal warnings are authorized, however, do not exchange documents. I mean, just look at the list here. Just, whoo! I mean, man, this is the first one that knocked it off. Like I said, we asked all 250, and then they just started coming, and we were flipping out. Also, too, I think this is a sign that it's in their ranks and that they know they can wipe out a bunch of their cops. This is just, if you even have any symptoms, fuck that. Don't even come in. They're telling a lot of the cops don't even come into the office. It's amazing. And this is the one where, they're pretty much shutting down all offices. Charlotte County Sheriff Bill PRUMMELL did, from what I know, and I did a video the other day, did shut down all offices. They used to do 130 tickets a day, and we have 170 retirement community, man. 170,000 people here. He was doing 130 tickets a day. He's down to 13, and I think it might be less. Like I said, the arrests were down to 2 the other day. So there is something happening and going on. Where's another one? Pandemic in place, so we continue to provide best possible customer service of what? Of fucking you over for victimless crimes. Saying it is paramount. Remember, the temporary written directive will be... Oh! Here's a good one. Remember, this is a temporary written directive. We will returning to our stellar level of service as soon as possible, meaning fucking over people for victimless crimes as usual. Policing for profit with their road pirates. Wow. Keep social distance. Make physical contact if possible. Weird. There was. Oh, here's another one. This is damn good. Look at this. It's bold and underlined. This does not mean the officers will be proactive in other areas related to job performance. Ding, 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 ding. That is the secret word for the more people you fuck over, the more money and advancement you get. You stupid motherfuckers. Wow. So, that was good stuff. What else do we got? We got a ton of PDFs. That was screen grabs. Administrative order. Where was this out of? Hardy County. This is basically saying, we're going to try to release as many people as we can from jail, and we don't want any more in jail unless it's really bad. So they know that if this shit gets into jail, it's going to go bad, really bad. And they will be sued to fucking hell. Because more than half the people in there are in there for victimless crimes. They are nonviolent. What else? Writing down to attempt to have parties involved. All traffic... Limited serious violations. One of them actually literally did admit if there is a victim Duh! You have to have a victim have a crime. So they literally did admit, I mean, there literally has to be serious violation and or a victim. Duh. Running a stop sign, turn signal, no brake light, all that bullshit to give you an excuse that I smell weed. It's just, wow. It's like the motherlode. We were all freaking out. People that we wanted these documents today. We're just like, what? This is proof. This is time for change. These documents prove it. It was all about policing for profit here in Florida and across the country. It says right here again, utilizing, unless there is a really bad thing, don't fuck with anybody. Don't ticket them. Don't arrest them. Social distancing to reduce the potential of virus spreading in the jail. Duh. It's just like, wow, man. Wow. So this is just on and on. Here's some more. Sitting at Fernanda Beach. When these cases, which mean they're operating DeSantis order sensitive to our personal safety concerns. Fuck you. When there's not a virus, we'll just fuck you and your family over all day long, but not when it comes to us. So yeah, it's wow. It's just so much good Chief's memo, and that's another thing. They're calling it all these different things, and people that get records like me, if you know that if you don't call it the right thing, they won't give it to you because they're assholes. So now we know all the keywords to ask for to try to find this shit. Conference calls, shrimp festival, sufficient disinfectant, remain personally vigilant, and so yeah, they are freaking out. Canceling training, just on and on. What else we got? Yeah, here's that one where I did the screen gram. This is not a time for business as usual. You are business. You are just a product. Woohoo! Non-emergency related, common sense. After speaking, a lot of these. I mean, to just make an arrest, you have to call your supervisor. I think there's some good stuff in here. Yeah, and here it is, spreading into jail. They are freaking out. They know they could be sued to hell if that shit gets in the jail. What is this one? There will be limited citizens in the lobby. Exposure as well. Roll call. They don't want to meet. Continue to issue NTAs. That's the one where you show up later. That's funny. We'll still get ya. It's just on and on. What is this one? This is from here on out, planning on making a fiscalist meet. You must contact the captain. That, like I said, shutting it down. As you see, this is Key West Sheriff's Office. We got some more. We're almost done. We got Word documents. And again, this is where, actually, I think I did see some of this. Yeah, we did see these in pictures. And like I said, I will put these in Google Drive. Here's one we didn't get a picture of. Town of Indian River Shores. Non-officers and discretion to limit their traffic-related enforcement to criminal offenses. Get it? Right there. Criminal. Meaning there is a victim. Hello? All right? Everything else, fuck it. So then what the fuck were you doing for 50 years, you fucking motherfuckers? So right there is more proof of this bullshit. What else? And this one we saw before too. So there you go. That is it. That is proof that this has all been about policing for profit. Right there. Limit related enforcement, criminal traffic offenses, reckless DUI. Just it's on and on. I can't take it anymore. That's why I've been doing this for 7 years, going on 8. Remember what our founding fathers said, take a goddamn country back. I think right now is the time to do that because this is out of control. You're a frog in a pot. The water's gone. You're on the bottom footing. Get the hell out and fight. Can I ask a question?
Yeah. Let you go. Yeah, how are you?
Not too bad. So what is legal? What can we still do?
As far as quarantine?
Yeah, we got to be careful though.
Oh yeah, 6 feet.
All right, that's right.
You're allowed to work out.
Right.
You go everywhere but places that are closed, basically.
So
as far as us enforcing it, we're not
right.
really, we're definitely not arresting anyone on it.
Thank you, Jesus. Dude, he put the wrong statute on the Facebook. Can you tell him that? Come on.
The one from...
Yeah, he put 250-20 or something, which doesn't exist.
I know that we're being told specifically just not to arrest anybody on it, just kind of educate people.
I would shake your hand, but we can't. Okay, so are the arrests down? I've been watching the numbers, yes and no.
Yes, I would say yes.
Okay.
The activity is down because we're kind of chilling too.
You guys got to have it in the ranks, don't you? He won't even give me the records on who's got it.
For what, activity-wise?
Well, in the ranks, do people have it at the sheriff's office?
As far as confirmed, not that I've heard.
Right, all right.
Not that I've heard. And if anyone is even like a little bit sick,
yeah,
they get quarantined.
Yeah, right. Northport did give me their paperwork. Whoa, you are correct. Dude, if you even been near it, you go home.
We've had some circumstances where we've encountered sick people. And then,
she really has to turn in here, seriously?
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
But then that deputy who was involved with
right,
that would
right.
just stay separated.
Right.
So it's really they're being extra safe about it.
All right.
Which is good.
So I'm sure you already know who I am. So that's my example that kind of to me proves that it's kind of policing for profit. I mean, when you guys aren't getting sick, you write 130 tickets a day. We pulled the numbers, and then right now you're only doing 13 tickets a day.
Well, me personally, I don't write a lot of tickets.
All right. Well, do you get what I'm saying? I mean, when you guys aren't worried about getting the virus, you write a lot each day, and then when you are worried about getting the virus, then there's only 13, which I think it should be that way. I mean, to have a victim, you have to have a crime, you have to have a victim, right? So when you're doing tickets, who's the victim?
Well, you have the state of Florida, and a lot of the traffic enforcement stuff is for the crashes, because we worry a lot about crashes and high crash intersections. So a lot of the time we're focused on our activities in those areas to deter crashes and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's more of an education thing. At least that's my
understanding. I will be honest, I do see a lot of warnings on there right now. I got to go back farther to see if they're, but then I see some of the people are still arresting, in my opinion, is still a victimless crime where, there's no victim. They just had drug paraphernalia or they had drugs. So that's you could be giving them a death sentence, putting them into a jail, which if it gets the virus, dude, they're screwed.
Yeah, but that's why what I say what we're doing right now is
you're mellowing down.
A lot of the little stuff is just...
Okay, you're just say go home.
Yeah, or you get a court there.
All right, and the enforcement with the DeSantis thing, I was doing a story on that today. I was asking, if people think it's good, bad. I don't know what your opinion is, what DeSantis did. DeSantis said the people that are high risk, you stay home, the rest of us get back to work. Does that make sense?
I understand that,
yeah. And if they leave the house, they should be charged with the fine and jail. What do you think?
Well, they're not doing a lot of charging and fining. That's just...
Right, I know, to put them in jail is bad, but you get what I'm saying, right? Why kill all of America's economy to save a few people? People die every day, right? By the way, somebody just contacted me because you already know what I do. They thought that fire was at our airport. That was at RSW, right? The one where all the cars are on fire?
I don't really know.
You didn't see that? Dude, RSW, somebody lit the cars on fire and it just, tons of cars burned.
Really?
And the sheriff was saying, you guys are out there and you're dumping water with your one of 5 helicopters.
Oh, yeah, I saw everything on that. We were bringing water over there.
Correct. Are you the one that just came in hot, fast?
I came from that direction.
Okay, all right. So you're off duty, you're just running, or you're...
For a workout, yeah.
Okay, all right, got it. So I didn't know if somebody called on me, because while I was walking, supposedly a Punta Gorda cop said, you were too close. I'm like, what? I'm walking and doing press. They're both allowed.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you a cop? And he just went, so I don't know if he was. And if you say you're a cop and you're not, is that a chargeable offense?
If you're impersonating a cop at this charge.
There you go. And he ran away. So if I get you the video, can you see?
What was he trying to do? He just said, hey, I'm a cop? Or
Oh, he was like, what are you doing here? You're too close to that guy back there. I'm like, no, I'm not. And he's going, I'm a cop. I'm like, really?
Maybe he's off duty. I don't know.
Well, I don't know either. But anyway, so anytime I see you guys, I'm going to ask what you're doing. You were totally fair. You did answer like another guy did at the beach, where, like you said, you guys were told, mellow down, because you don't need to get the virus. I don't need to get it. You guys could literally be spreaders, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Families can get it if we bring it to our homes.
But you do got to agree, like Trump and actually Russ Limbaugh has been killing Trump lately. You don't fucking kill the whole economy to save a few, do you? Is that stupid?
I know the UK, or from what I read, their outlook is kind of like that, like keep the at-risk people at home and let everyone else do their thing.
Doesn't that make sense?
Sure if they're still doing that or how it's working out for them, but it's something that has never happened before, so there's
right.
different ways of dealing with it.
Well, I'm 55. I will tell you this. Dude, we've never did this in history. This is stupid, stupid, stupid.
Yeah.
Okay? Stupid. You don't kill your whole economy to save a few people. Dude, people die from car accidents. Should we ban cars? Right? Yeah, I mean, it's just on and on. Influenza. Influenza is called the flu, $20,000 a year. Should we shut America down every year for that?
No.
Exactly. So anyways, you already know what they're finding. You want the card or no? All right. Well, did you ever see the new card? You know I'm running for sheriff, right? And you know I'm not going to win. As a write-in, just somebody's got to poke the bear, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. All right, man, you were awesome. Thank you. Sir? So what happens if I'm doing a story on people going to the beach. So what happens if they do go to the beach?
We just let them know that, because of the virus and everything,
right,
that we're just trying to restrict all that just so we don't keep spreading.
Right, even if they're staying social distance?
Yeah, they just don't want anybody on the beach because
right.
That's why they tell us.
Okay, so if they did stay, then what do you guys do? Do you trespass them, fine them, arrest them?
First we'll just ask them to leave.
Right.
We don't trespass them or anything, and then until it becomes like a repetitive issue,
right,
then we'll take further action that way.
All right. I heard there was a fine. Have you heard how much they're going to fine?
No, I haven't heard that at all.
All right. Then what if you have to take a crap? What do you do? I literally have to take a dump. There's other people trying to take a dump too.
Did they lock the building?
Everything's locked.
You'll have to contact the county for that.
That's kind of like a medical emergency issue, right?
It could be. I guess. I don't know.
So is that considered a facility? Can I poop in the woods, or that's illegal too?
That's illegal too.
So,
you'll have to contact the parks department.
Wow, this is crazy. All right. By the way, okay, did they tell you guys to stand down on tickets and arrests and stuff like that?
For the most part, yeah.
Oh.
Not everything, but
wow,
just reducing.
Very. Finally. Okay, what about jail? Are they finally talking about possibly releasing? Did you see Rikers got 39 people, man?
I have no idea about the jail, what they're doing there.
How many are sick at the sheriff's office?
None that I know of.
All right.
I don't know of any.
But so for the jail, you haven't heard if they're going to start letting people out for victimless crimes?
No.
Right. All right. Wow. You're actually fair. So you do know who I am or not yet?
No.
All right. So yeah, can I give you my card?
Sure.
All right. Yeah, I'm a reporter for COPWATCH. Okay. So we're doing a story on what you guys are going to do. Are you going to arrest them, beat them, tase them? They are saying on the news that you're going to fine them, that the magistrate, the kangaroo court's going to decide how much to fine you.
I haven't heard any of that, so I couldn't tell you.
Right, all right. So you must be brand new then, or?
No, I've been around for a little while. They just haven't
released
anything to us yet.
All right. And by the way, I know we need cops, just not corrupt ones, so I do stories on the corrupt ones, and you passed with flying colors. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yep.
Hey, Sherri County, this is Sherri County COPWATCH. I am using any video here under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.